shocks, and as they rightly pointed out, SK Gaming back onto winning form and really strong play out of them as well. Want to start with the picks and bans and this whole Nocturne pick, leaving Kassadin open, taking the Nocturne into it. What do you reckon to that?
Well, so Ken Pan actually just said himself that heard a rumor about his Nocturne mid here, and they actually built a comp pretty much to counter it. Already from first picking Morgana into going Caitlyn, while an AD carry with Candy Pan hasn't played for a while. However, it's an AD carry with a jump. How do you survive Nocturne jumping you? You need to have something to jump away from him. It works perfectly, you get the black shield, you won't get feared, and therefore Caitlyn won't die to the Nocturne dive in, which was the whole idea for Subaru. So I have to question the fact they actually didn't realize this one during the picks and bans Subaru, because we saw Morgana first into Evelynn and Caitlyn. It's where, in my mind, Subaru to say, okay, clearly they have built a combo already which is very strong against Nocturne and Jarvan in the case, and say, okay, we're not going to play these champions. I mean, Elise was open, could have gone Elise jungle. Could also said, okay, we can just pick Kassadin ourselves. Instead, they'll let Kassadin go through even further, and was so tunnel vision on this Nocturne pick here, they didn't even realize SK had already built a comp to counter it.
Well, we actually have a replay of some amazing action that came into First Blood, and Yero actually showing that he is definitely a top-notch support.
Yeah, so let's just pull it up on the screen here. The thing is, Yero, for me, has been very good this week. And this First Blood, we were actually watching it backstage here and thinking, what's going to happen here? He's very low. Sven's going to spin here for a while. But this time around, Subaru have full vision, or like they know exactly, have full knowledge of what's about to happen here. Let's just roll the clip. Notice how both summoners are ready for Yero and his ulti. So he's just waiting for Sven's going to show himself. As soon as Sven's going to shows, puts up the E, lands everything onto him, locks him down, and now he's getting stunned under the tower here. Exhaust reduced, flash reduced. Yero's not even close to going down. Meanwhile, in the mid lane here, first sign of big issues. Nocturne is supposed to be the counter here to Kassadin in lane. You definitely don't want to give up a kill one-on-one. I do think Selfie was looking to the bot lane and actually moving down already, while Jessis then jumps him, gets some damage onto him before Selfie realizes, and then can try and fight back.
And the fact is that SK, once they got rolling in this game, they didn't really slow down either. There was a bit of a whitewash in terms of kills.
So it's the thing we always know about SK Gaming. Once they pick the lead, or once they get the lead, they know how to close it out. And we actually see Subaru being aggressive once again, but SK Gaming just know exactly what's about to happen. So let's pull up the second replay. Big team fight around the 19-20 minute mark here. And this is simply SK Gaming showing their comp and how good it is against this Nocturne. So if we just roll the clip here, all focus of course from Selfie is on to Candy Pan and his Caitlyn here. But in raid it just sticks together with him. We just see the clip starting here. Yero engages first. It's actually a pretty good engage. Selfie comes in. Black Shield instantly from in-raided. Ulti coming in as well from in-raided here. Selfie at this point, there's nothing he can do to take him down, so he's dead. And now the rest of the fight, while Subaru actually managed to disengage, they've lost the kill pressure from having Selfie ulti in. And even though they get a very good stun and CC on to Jessis here and actually managed to kill him, they're still so low from this fight, and Candy Pan is in the backside here, and Freddy, of course, respawning, can just finish off the target, get the ace by SK Gaming, and they just used the comp against this Nocturne really well, and completely shut down the pick.
Was that the whole problem, do you think, for the Super Hot crew, that the comp that they went for, that they'd obviously been practicing here, just was outpicked by SK?
So it was outpicked, and I don't feel they played aggressive enough early on in the mid lane with Selfie. Like they needed. Impala came in a few times to try and gank, but for some reason they never actually spotted out the ward, so they never expected the side he was coming to be warded. So he always just stood there, SK had full vision of him, and it was just a massive issue for them. And overall, once your counter pick in mid lane doesn't actually really work out, and you don't get anything from it early, it's just a big issue, especially coming into team fights.
Well, fantastic win there for SK Gaming, guys. We need to take a quick break, but when we come back, it's Fnatic versus Millennium, so stay tuned.